This is Rob Tubbett for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, joined here today by the Destroyer, Conor Benn. We're at the Matchroom Gym down in Essex. How are you, Conor?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Ready to crack on with the year.
How was your Christmas and New Year?
It was alright, it was nice and hot.
Well, you weren't here then if it was nice and hot. What did you get up to?
I was out in Spain. Yeah, I was there for 3 weeks. It was nice, it was relaxing.
Business? Pleasure?
Nah, definitely pleasure.
So we're back 2020. Before we talk about what's coming this year, what did you make of your year last year? Obviously, last time we saw you in the ring was in October against Stephen Jamoy. Another knockout win. Talk to me about 2019.
2009, fought Joseph Sandrick at the O2, first fight of the year. Boxed him well, over 8 rounds. Was one of my easiest fights. He's just gone and fought former IBF and WBA world champion, who's had something like 27 fights, 25 knockouts, and lost to that Julius Ndonga, I think he built Kirill Relic. And he went points with him, so that shows what sort of level that opponent was. And, I won every round and put him down well at it. And then that Juicy Koivula, he come for it, he tried roughing me up and he got banged out. And then that Stephen Jamoy boxed him perfectly and then finished him off, tucked him in nicely. So, overall, last year showed this display of different things. And, this year we plan on doing exactly the same thing.
You mentioned kind of showing the different things. Every time I speak to you, I always mention the fact that sometimes you're a balls to the floor banger, and other times you think about your boxing a little bit more. Are you starting to settle into your style a little bit more now? You're getting a little bit more experience in your professional career?
No, it all really depends on my opponent. If my opponent comes and fancies it, I get my back up and, if you're getting banged out. And that's going to be my intentions. If you want to come and try and stick it on me, I will try and lay you out just to prove a point. And if the other guys all come and wants to try and outbox, I'll take it to him and I'll outbox him. So, last year I had 2 boxing matches, and including putting them all 3 fights last year, put them all down, and 2 knocked out. So, there's that power there. Out of my 16 fights, 14 of them are touch the canvas. There's obviously power there. The 2 ones that I didn't stop were early on in my career. So, I'm ready to crack on with this year, man.
What's coming this year? Every time, again, I speak to you, I'm always asking you about domestic fights and people calling you out. So it's nothing new to you. But obviously, the name you've been mentioned with recently in the last couple of months is Johnny Garton. Is that the fight that we can realistically expect for you coming soon?
Definitely. I mean, it's down to him if he wants to accept the offer. I'm not on my last legs here. There's millions of people in England that fight me for free, let alone for the WBA title, let alone at the O2 Arena, and let alone for the money that's been offered. No, I don't need him. That's the reality of it. There's millions of other people I can fight. Who's he going to fight that's going to get him a paycheck? Nobody. I mean, he's getting offered almost double, triple what he's ever got paid before in his life. So it's all down to him and what he wants, because he won't get that opportunity again.
You've spoken about kind of in between styles, or not in between styles, but different styles, sometimes box, sometimes fight. It would seem to me like a fight with you and Johnny Garton would be a fight. It wouldn't be a boxing match. Would you agree with that?
Not quite sure, because I'm not no Corcoran or Jenkins. And Jenkins almost had him later rounds. Jenkins not known to be a banger. He's come up from light war or lightweight, whatever. I don't know which way he is. So I don't think he's Garton's better than Juicy Koivula, or that Joseph Sandrick, or Stephen Jamoy. He went the distance with Tyler Goodjohn. He got banged out by Egerton by a left hook. And, if he comes for it, I'll be the quicker, sharper, faster, hard-hitting puncher, on the night. 100%. 100%. And, people thought, Juicy Koivula is going to be in trouble. He's only got, he got stopped in 8 rounds by Leonard Bundu, fought Errol Spence. So I banged him out. No problem. Why don't think he's going to be any different? That Juicy Koivula, everyone thought, his experience, this, that. I'm telling you now, I'll catch you at some stage of the fight, and I will bounce on you, and I will try my hardest to get you out of there. And it's my first, if he does accept the offer, I don't know if he will. If he does accept the offer, it'll be my first British domestic, and I will be trying to make a statement.
You mentioned an offer. When is that offer for? Is it going to be March 28th? It seems to be kind of the date or the show that's been floated. Is that going to be the date that you're pushing for?
Hopefully March 28th. That's when I'll be out. Again, whether he accepts the offer or not, it don't really affect me. There's a million other fighters I can fight. So hopefully he does. He thought that last time out we were gonna get him at last notice. I ain't getting you a lot. You either accept what's being offered or you don't. We know what you've been paid before, and we know how much more this is than what you've ever got paid. So, if you want to be greedy, greed gets you nowhere in life.
Last time I was down at the gym, we had somebody else here. We had your dad, Nigel Benn, for anybody who doesn't know. If you don't know, probably shouldn't be watching Boxing Social. He was down at the gym and he was preparing for a fight. Now, that's not happened. So let's go back and... first of all, the reason. There was an injury, it was a shoulder injury or something like that. What can you tell me about the reasons why that fight didn't happen?
He had torn muscles in both his shoulders. And he had injections in them to cortisone to try and take the pain away. But I am happy that he didn't fight. Very happy. I mean, I was getting bashed up in sparring my last camp and I thought, but I hope it ain't distracting me and I hope I ain't taking it out. And then I went, Tone, mate, I'm not sure if I can fight. Because I didn't know if it was in the back of my mind, my dad's fight the whole time. And then obviously, camp went good. The end of camp went good, that last day.
So you feel like it was that on your mind that much? Because last time I was here, obviously, we did quite a revealing interview, quite a deep interview where you did speak about the concerns that you had for your dad, but he was very much set on coming back to the ring. But you were affected that much that it was affecting your own performance.
Yeah, because you're hearing things about fighters passing away. Donna Stevenson, the incident that happened, Patrick Day, and then you're like, your heart just like you just start to think. Do you know what I mean? And it just went, it went cool.
What was your dad's reaction? Because when I spoke to him, he was full of beans. He was fighting whether people liked it or not. What was his immediate reaction to it?
What? Not fighting? Don't know. I don't know. I think there was a sense of relief from pressure, but then also disappointment and frustration. But I can't speak on behalf of my dad. You have to ask him that, yourself. I am just very happy that he didn't fight because I don't think I could have watched it, to be honest.
Do you think, obviously you said that you were pleased that he didn't fight. Do you think it was a realisation for him, the fact that he tried to do the camp and he obviously got injured and potentially realised that maybe he wasn't able to do what he thought he was going to do?
The injuries are always there. The shoulder pains are always there. He's been out, he's had them for years, but I think he thought he could have come through it. He's fit. He's a fit. Well, not young. He's a fit man. Not young. He's a fit man. Very fit man. Can he have it? 100%. But it doesn't change the fact that your body's still done the mileage, and it's not like he had an easy career. And you ain't got the science you got now behind it all. About don't do this because later on in the line you're gonna have shoulder problems or have this problems, or don't do cut weight this way because you'll have problems internally, or now it's a science, whereas back then it was get that steak down you, bang, bosh. And it ain't like now. So he's cartilage in his knees as well. Yeah, it's loads of things.
He's going to be coming back though, you told me off camera. He's going to be coming to join you in camp for your fight March the 28th. You spoke to me in the past about how beneficial it is having him here because he is a very very jovial character, let's say. How much are you looking forward to having him back over and not be training for his own fight as well?
I mean, me and my dad used to clash, and now it's like he's just such a funny guy, nuts, pure nuts. And we have this joke. You've seen Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jeffrey. It's like, yeah, Dad, I've got your dicky bow at home waiting for you. So he's really helpful. And he really does help me as a dad, and he's just mad. Like, he wake up at 2 a.m. Australian time and go, son, I've just woken up, and God reminded me to tell you to box with the hand weights on and your altitude mask on. Love you, good night. I'm thinking, are you alright? Like, are you okay? Like, it's just bizarre, and I just love him, man.
Is that it now for him? And any thoughts of a comeback?
No, I hope not anyway. I don't know what we might get in 10 years. Over 90s gang.
Yeah, probably not. Okay, well, Conor Benn, always a pleasure catching up with you. If I don't see you before, see you March the 28th, hopefully against Johnny Garton. But before we go, tell fans what to expect from Conor Benn in 2020.
2020, clean up domestically. Yeah. I want to clean up domestically this year. There's good fights out there for me. I'm ready to crack on this year and leave my print in the British scene. Hopefully win that British title, Commonwealth title. That's my goals for this year, and then push on. But there's good, a few good domestic fights for me here, and best, know you're going to be entertained. That's for sure.
It's just reminded me, Josh Kelly. That's a name that was floated about for a while. You talked about cleaning up domestically. He's a domestic fighter.
First interview 2020, and his name gets brought up.
Is that a fight that we could realistically expect to see this year, do you think?
Well, listen, hopefully Garton accepts the offer, and then, I've got my eyes focused on that. But he's got Amanessian. Listen, you obviously I hope the Brit, you got to back the Brit, and I hope Kelly beats Amanessian. Am I struggling to see it? Yeah, based on the last few performances, but maybe Kelly will rise to the occasion. As far as big domestics, he's someone that we gel, simply because the fact that he's the complete opposite to what I am. Style, personality, and it's completely different. But people are now starting to see what I was saying when I'm all wrong for him. Who knows what the future holds? I wish him luck fighting Amanessian, I do, and I hope he wins.
You mentioned, based on the last couple of performances, you can't quite see it. What do you mean by that? Is that performances from Amanessian? Is that performances from Kelly, or both?
Nah, from Kelly, more so. I mean, I just don't understand. He throws power shots like he's got the ability to bang. I think if he tried to take it to Amanessian, that wouldn't be the right tactics. And if he tries to box on the back foot, he's got to work. But his work rate just seems to fold after 6 rounds. And Amanessian, I know, will come on strong. So I think Amanessian's all wrong for him. But I hope he wins. I do, but what do you think?
It's a very, very difficult fight for Josh Kelly based on his last couple of performances and Avanessian's last couple of performances. But it's a fight that's definitely winnable for both men. That's what I think.
Yeah, I really don't know. I think Avanessian's... I don't know, man, to be honest. We'll see what Kelly's made of. That's if he can take a shot, if he can get dig and get back up. He may have to get down dirty. Can he get down dirty? And those are question marks left unanswered. If he wants to sit in the ropes and do all that flashy stuff, he'll get banged. Ain't no Robinson. Avanessian's a puncher. And I hope he does it. That's all I can say. But Avanessian's, I rate Avanessian.
Okay, well, we look forward to seeing it. Do this again now. Conor Benn, thanks very much for speaking to Boxing Social. Look forward to catching up with you soon.
Thank you.
Nice one.